Lecture 12. Newspaper Style. Linguistic Mechanisms and Stylistic Features. The newspaper style is the youngest among the recognized functional styles of English literary language, having gained its status only in the 20th century. However, its roots trace back to the 17th century, with the appearance of the first English-language newspapers. Over centuries, newspaper language has evolved from what critics once condemned as slipshod construction and vulgar vocabulary into a distinct and complex linguistic system with clearly defined communicative aims and structural norms. 1. The function and nature of newspaper style. At its core, the primary function of the newspaper style is twofold: to inform and to influence public opinion. These two aims intersect within the structure of the newspaper article, where factual reporting is often interwoven with subjective evaluation. From the standpoint of modern stylistics, newspaper style can be defined as a functional style characterized by the interrelation of lexical, syntactical, and stylistic means designed to deliver timely information while simultaneously shaping the reader's perception of events. Unlike scientific or official styles, which prioritize precision or formality, the newspaper style walks a fine line between brevity and expressiveness, neutrality and evaluation, objectivity and manipulation. These dualities give rise to the unique dynamism of this style. 2. Core substyles of newspaper language. Linguists typically distinguish four major substyles within the broader newspaper style. Brief news items, advertisements and announcements, headlines, editorials. Each substyle contributes to the overall linguistic mosaic of the press and is governed by distinct lexical, syntactical, and stylistic principles. 3. Brief news items. Brief news items represent the informative nucleus of newspaper language. Their chief function is to state facts concisely and objectively, often without explicit commentary. These texts rely on stereotyped constructions and a highly formulaic structure. Key linguistic features include specialized political and economic vocabulary, terms such as budget deficit, referendum, sanctions, GDP. Non-term political lexicon, words like progressive, grassroots, nationwide, reformist. Clichés and journalistic idioms, expressions like according to informed sources, war of words, mounting pressure. Abbreviations and acronyms, NATO, WHO, G7, PM, MP, AI. Neologisms and journalese. New terms coined in reaction to political, technological, or cultural shifts, e.g., doom scrolling, Brexit, infodemic. From a syntactical point of view, the news report favors complex sentences with subordinate clauses for objectivity and precision. Passive voice constructions to shift focus away from the agent was reported to have occurred. Syntactical complexes like the nominative with infinitive to avoid responsibility. He is believed to have fled the country. In terms of structure, brief items often adhere to the classic 5W1H pattern: who, what, when, where, why, how, with the lead paragraph summarizing key details up front. 4. Advertisements and announcements. Although not always the focus of stylistic analysis, advertisements and announcements form a distinct substyle within newspapers. Their primary goal is informative, but they are increasingly persuasive and stylistically creative. Types. Classified ads, typically short, formulaic, and organized by category, e.g., births, marriages, vacancies. Commercial and display ads, richer in emotive language, imperatives, rhetorical questions, and hyperbole. Linguistic strategies used: direct address, are you ready to change your life? Imperative mood, call now, don't miss out. Lexical intensifiers, amazing, unbelievable, best deal ever. Visual and typographic devices, bold fonts, all caps, and exclamation points to grab attention. As a genre of hybrid functionality, ads straddle both informative and expressive domains. 5. The headline as a genre. Perhaps the most instantly recognizable element of newspaper style is the headline. Though often overlooked in broader stylistic discussions, headlines are linguistically rich and serve multiple functions. Informational, they signal the topic. Evaluative, they frame interpretation, Aesthetic. They draw in the reader through wordplay, rhythm, and economy. Linguistic characteristics. Syntactic compression. Omission of articles and auxiliary verbs. President resigns amid scandal. Use of the present simple. Even for past events. Man dies in subway fire. Nominal constructions. Brexit chaos continues. Puns. Alliteration. Rhyme. May mayhem. Cash crash. Star Wars in Parliament. Scholars call this special code headlineese, a blend of syntax, morphology, and prosody optimized for space saving and reader engagement. 6. The editorial, voice of the newspaper. Editorials occupy a unique rhetorical space. While maintaining the newspaper's informative function, they also provide explicit commentary, often with a strong persuasive tone. Editorials aim to influence opinion, and their language reflects this goal. Lexical and stylistic features include evaluative vocabulary, short-sighted, outrageous, promising, dangerous, misguided. Metaphor and irony, often used to dramatize political or social critique. Lexical intermixing, formal terms appear alongside colloquialisms to achieve rhetorical proximity to the reader. Appeals to shared values, frequent use of we, our nation, the public. Rhetorical questions, can we really afford to ignore the climate crisis any longer? Unlike brief news, editorials openly claim ideological positions, and their influence is amplified through repetition, emotional language, and discourse framing. 7. Conclusion. The newspaper style is no longer dismissed as inferior or sloppy, but is instead studied as a complex functional style with its own rules and rhetorical power. It is deeply embedded in the public sphere, shaping how readers understand and evaluate global and local events. Through its substyles, from headlines and ads to news and editorials, it weaves a textual fabric that is simultaneously informative, persuasive, and reflective of cultural discourse. As stylistics continues to evolve, so too does the understanding of media language. From print to digital, the linguistic ingenuity of newspapers remains a central concern in the analysis of public communication.